It really did feel like a rite of passage when I got my first Le Creuset pot.
This is not a normal pot. There's something emotional about it.
My 5-quart brazier. When I die, I want to be buried with that pot.
The DNA of Le Creuset was clearly its colorfulness.
My first color, it was blackberry.
We got, I imagine you call it mauve.
Sage and lint, pêche, nuit, nectar, I could go on.
Celebrities like Marilyn Monroe and Julia Child loved Le Creuset.
I think once the movie Julie and Julia came out, I thought, well, I have to get that pot. You feel like a professional when you use them.
My father took it from a defunct factory in France to now a global, behemoth of a brand.
Some people like to go on vacation. I like buying Le Creuset. Opening the mystery box.
When you buy a Le Creuset pot, you do it with this guarantee that it will last you a lifetime. But they found a way to nevertheless encourage people to continue buying more.
To be honest with you, this isn't even everything.
Le Creuset has come a long way since its founding in 1925. It all started in a small town in France where 2 industrialists added colored enamel to a cast iron pot.
Flame, which is also known as volcanique, is the original color of Le Creuset.
Up to that point, most of the pots and pans you would see in a kitchen were in drab colors. They weren't fun.
Oh, I see pink!
$300 or $400 for a single pot is a lot of money. Le Creuset is one of the most expensive cast iron products on the market today, and they would say that's because of the craftsmanship that goes into these products.
We have this manufacturing experience that starts off very loud, very dirty, almost violent, if you will.
The liquid metal is poured inside a sand mold. And then, at the end, we break the sand mold just to collect the product. At the end of the foundry, we have to check that the shape is fully correct, with no variation.
If they detect anything that would degrade the quality of the product, they take it off the line and melt it down and start all over again.
Then we have to apply enamel on the product. It's really complicated.
It's tricky because enamel, which is effectively glass, and iron expand at different rates in heat. So if you don't get the chemistry just right, you'll get cracking as that pot comes under high heat.
Just to avoid the product from rusting, first a thin layer of enamel before the final color coat, which will give the beauty of the product at the end.
I love glass, colored glass, and to play with the luminosity, the transparency of the glass.
Sandra's part art and part science. She's not a painter by any measure.
No, it's not paint at all. It is enamel. Enamel is a mix of a glass and mineral pigments which react at 800 Celsius degree. Gas is from the cast iron in the furnace, causes a lot of bubbles. And our job is to find the right ratio of the glass to manage all these bubbles. But sometimes we can see pinholes.
If we detect some defects at the end of the enameling line, we can take the enamel off the products just to recycle the shape.
These meticulous quality checks that they run on every product are one of the many reasons that Le Creuset is so expensive.
The performance is more noticeable to a professional. It's this sort of tactile thing. The more you do it, you get this sort of innate sense of what's going on with things and when to touch things and when to move things. It's about being able to trust your tools.
The durability and the longevity means that people are cooking with them over decades, over generations.
The first Le Creuset pot I ever got was when me and my now wife were living in Paris. And we still have it, and we have 2 children, and I cook their food in it occasionally and cook food for us still in it.
You're perhaps inheriting your Le Creuset pot. So then what's the incentive to buy more.
You started reading about how many famous people who were using it, and that really convinced me that there's something here that is very different.
Le Creuset had this tremendous cultural capital. By the mid-1980s, they were struggling financially.
A friend of mine knew the president of Le Creuset, and he said, if you come to the factory, but in secret, you can have a look at it.
Paul van Zuidam, a businessman from South Africa, saw tremendous potential there and eventually purchased the business.
The company that we were buying was technically bankrupt. That's when I started drawing up my values of what I want to do. I said, I'm going to keep it private, and that worked extremely well.
The product portfolio and the shapes that exist has grown exponentially.
That's where the incredible variety of colors and different forms come in. They turn someone who might be a one-time customer into a lifetime customer.
We gave people a massive selection.
We nearly doubled the capacity of the factory.
Today, Le Creuset produces around 10,000 colorful cast iron products at its factory in France per day. And they employ more than 750 people at that factory.
In the whole factory we have more than 400 shapes we can do, but then you have to multiply with the number of colors. So it makes a huge diversity at the end, yeah.
We have expanded to include ceramics, bakeware, dinnerware, tableware, gifting items, etc. As a marketer, our desired preference is for them to have everything.
I have not counted them. I would say, I don't know, maybe 100.
The consumer has an intensely personal relationship with the product and color and form that they've chosen.
There is a kind of fanaticism around Le Creuset.
Tonight, I made a chicken and corn chowder.
My favorite color is what they call deep teal. I've loved it my whole life. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is, I have to have every single piece.
There's so many people that do not have a pot, but they aspire to have it. That is universal. It's only later that we commercialize it.
I mean, as marketing, they have so many ideas. There's no limit in their concept or new ideas.
Oh, the mystery boxes at the factory to table events are a very big deal to fans.
Factory to table, man. Everyone was talking about mystery box, what do you want in your mystery box?
Come with me to FTT San Jose.
Hey, welcome to Le Creuset!
You have these very active online groups on Facebook, on Reddit, where consumers are sharing information, almost in the way of a fan club. You know, they're helping each other to acquire these items and feeding each other's fandom.
So not every country gets the same color scheme. And so that also kickstarts a little bit of panic. You're hoping that it arrives in your country, but it might not.
It is all pretty clever marketing and also gamifies it a bit for the consumer.
Even in retirement, colors can come back.
If they were to come out with deep teal, another line, of course I'm gonna get it.
Their product line is always expanding and evolving. You have stoneware, stainless steel products, you have ceramics now.
Today we have a ceramic plant that is based in northern Thailand.
That did provide an opportunity for someone who perhaps wasn't in a position to pay $300 for a pot to bring the idea of Le Creuset into their kitchen. But Le Creuset has always, to this day, continued to manufacture its cast iron in France.
We accumulated 100 years of knowledge and know-how. The sound machinery or the melting platform, it is really huge equipment. It will be so difficult to move this factory from another location, even in France.
I would not even dream of putting it anywhere else. Literally it would take you maybe half a century.
You don't have to buy a Le Creuset pot. I have enameled cast iron pots from Stobe and from Lodge that work very, very well for me. But I look at the fierce commitment that so many people have to this brand and to the pots themselves as a story about the way consumerism works.
When my father bought it was a cast iron factory, only selling cast iron products. We expanded into stoneware, we expanded into stainless steel. It's only the beginning and we're very optimistic for the future.
A lot of things that we make now are so replaceable. This is not what these pots are. You can have them forever. You can pass them down to family members.
Is Le Creuset worth the price? Absolutely. If you're wanting to cook for a long time, then it will pay you back tenfold. But if it's just for one dinner party, then maybe not.